with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of silence. Did you see? Everyone received a copy of last month's. Any additions, corrections, or questions? Then I will make a motion to accept the amendment as presented. Do I have a second?
Second.
Take your pick.
Who said it? Who did get there? It's closer.
I'm closer.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Treasurer's report. I don't know if everyone has seen the treasurer's report, Allison. Take a quick look through. Any questions?
I think they might have another or more. You should have a total of 10 pages.
You've got it, it's right.
No, there's a more high there.
Right, but what you're looking at, that's for the balance sheet.
Okay.
I have that copy back so I can see it. My copy.
This one?
Yep. Steve, someone's been looking at the It is. I just didn't want to get hit in the head when Steve came through it.
Just read that way.
Did anyone have any questions on the treasurer's report?
No.
I will make a motion to accept the treasurer's report as presented. A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Great. All right, bills for this month. We were presented with claim vouchers 8242 through 8248 for a total of $67,020.98.
Can you repeat that number?
Yeah, $67,020.98.
Yep. Thank you.
Did anyone have any questions on any of the claims that were presented?
Move we pay them.
Second?
Ed,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Randy,
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
All right, we received one very nice thank you letter from the Reynolds Elementary PTA for joining their annual trunk or treat event. I'm actually gonna present or pass this on to the department president because I think I should probably go to the membership as well. Commissioners report. The last day to notify the district secretary of intent to run for a commissioner position is in writing is November 22nd. There is a 5-year term open and a 2-year term open. Candidates must specify which term they are running for. I don't have anything under administration. Financial, it appears that the 2022 audit from the state comptroller has been completed on their end. They did send us an email with a couple of questions that we need to follow up with them on, and we're going to make sure that we get with Nicole so that we can answer those in a timely manner. I don't have anything else for financials. Chief, truck maintenance.
Yes, I have some, for sure. So right now, engine 11, my engine out here, your engine out here is out of service. It's, I got notified today that it's got an odor, which it's always has. It's a kind of a radiator odor, but with that being said, the driver today is a senior driver that says it's got a haze and it's different. So I decided to take it out of service. My normal avenue for service, because they have the PM agreement is rural. They've got 2 guys on vacation, A, and B, John Bray, who was the original sales and dealer of this truck, had dealt with odors with the Spartans before many times. So I ended up calling John Bray. I'd like John Bray to diagnose this. John Bray is JP. Thank you. And it's going to be a day or 2 before they can get somebody here to look at it. So I moved some trucks around, unfortunately, but that's the right way to handle this. So that's what's happened on that. Under truck maintenance, I'm having Times Collision remove the lettering off of the Chief's car that you're selling, and removing the lettering off of the trailer that you surplused as well. The one on the Chief's car will be real easy. The one on the trailer is probably 20 years old, so that's why I ended up sending it. I had Rob Levine look at it, but he doesn't want to touch it. So Times Collision's doing that, and Megan's got 4 bids, or 5 bids, or whatever the number is, for truck maintenance on her report, but that's all I have for now. Start the PMs in February, March.
Jeff, building and grounds?
Station 1 generator, I'm assuming it was approved to replace it in the budget. No, I didn't get a copy of that
For next year?
for next year. But when I'm asking, I'd like to get permission to go ahead and get it going for bid, because I think it was like 120 days to even get the thing. So it was quite a period, but I'd like to get going.
You can start the bidding process. That's
Okay.
fine.
I'll have to get something done now. Also, Station 2 generator, I did talk to them. There was things in that price that I had. They broke it out. There was some things that need to be done, the battery, couplers and belts and hoses, for $1,472.65. I talked to them about the 510-day or 20-day, and I said, I don't think we're going to tie money up that long, 2 years. And they kind of understood that. Also, Station 4 gear room, I got a price for the floor. It'd be just from the same guy that I got for this floor for next year. It's $2,590. That's coming delivery. I can install it. He says it's not a big deal. It's pretty simple. So, also some other things I've done. We had a very bad mice problem in the pole barn. The guy set some traps out there. The stove hoods were looked at today, both here and Station 4. And Mark Walker called me and I talked to him to go ahead and start doing his sprinkler inspection for Station 1, 2, and 3. He also does the backflow preventer that we have to have done. And I might have him look at the Station 4 septic just to see. Usually the guy will come if it doesn't need it. He doesn't do anything with it, but I haven't. It's been a while, so I'm gonna have him check those out. And then he does the trap here too. That's all I got.
Do we need approval on either of those two items that you mentioned?
Yeah, I know it's usually a workshop, but if we could do it, I kind of want to get that floor done, so we can kind of put the room back in that project in that. And probably the generator before winter time. Do we really need it? And also the painting is ongoing at Station 4. They got the upper color going, and it's starting to, they did a lot of work on the walls. They were bad. So it's moving right along.
Are you gonna do a chair rail?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to spend $4,062.65 for the item needed for Station 2 generator and the flooring at Station 4.
I'll second
All in favor?
that.
Opposed? Carried.
Becky, can you just repeat the amount again?
Yep, $4,062.65.
For the Station 2 generator and the floor.
Station 4 floor.
Thank you.
Wayne, did you have anything new to add? Security and computers. So, as you guys are aware, the camera system is currently down because of the box that needs to be replaced. We did get the quote from Advanced IT in order to replace and fix the system. It is going to cost an amount of $5,059.97. The cameras are currently offline and they will remain offline until we can get the repair done. Yeah, and it affects all the camera systems, so the entire camera system is down. So we don't have any cameras at any locations currently.
Well, they are working local per station, but you can't get into them and look.
I'm like, I can't pull them up at all.
Yeah. You have to physically go to the station and look at the monitor.
They're still not working properly.
No.
We still
I
can't
was gonna say.
keep things secure. We
Yeah.
still can't monitor our property. We still can't do anything.
Seems like it'd be cheaper to buy about 4 dogs.
I'll second it.
Yeah, let's buy 4 dogs. Good idea.
$59.97 to repair the camera system. They got those in stock, did they tell you?
I don't think they had to order, I think they had it
Yeah, they have.
available.
That's good.
Alright, I gotta do roll call over there. Ed?
Yes.
Yes.
Pete?
Yes.
Becky? Randy?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
That was the only thing that I had. Safety. Do you have any safety?
Yes, I do. I had at training recently, we had one small injury working on a drill. It was a firefighter simulated through the floor. Minor injuries. We treated him in-house, filled out some paperwork, got some decisions to make on that evolution, and We've done it a million times and used a live firefighter in that evolution for that specific one, following all the rules, but got some thinking to do and consider trying to change that up. But that was it. Again, very minor. It's been dealt with, it's been scrutinized, so hopefully a little bit of a lesson learned and moving forward. And with some of that budget money from next year that you allotted me, we'll make more improvements. So that's the only thing safety related.
Chief's comments?
Yup. Yes.
All right, you got 5 minutes.
Okay, give me 8.5, please. Okay, couple good things, right? Car 3 to Chief Belzak and 4 firefighters requested use of his chief's car to go honoring Tyler Wallace, one of our firefighters graduating from the State Fire Academy. So they're going to take the chief's car and go down there and support him on that with our 4 firefighters. So it's quite an honorable thing, but more of a notification that the car will be going on the district. So just wanted to notify that.
When is it?
I mentioned already the lettering.
Tony, what's the date?
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't write that down. I'll have to get right back to you. Sorry about that. December 4th, Lakeside Beeville dinner at Lakeside Rec Hall. The fire department's doing a joint venture there. On the 16th of December, I'm sending RP3 to Cicero for coverage. We owe them, so we're going to cover them to help them out while they celebrate Christmas. That was easy. That's easy. Not so easy. Some driving complaints throughout the community regarding some of our apparatus and some of our private vehicles. What I've instructed Chief Natoli is to do all the research to get things started on the camera systems. Right now, we're looking at the camera systems in place at GBAC, and Steve's working on his vendor for the PAC-B. And what we'll do is we'll have all the research done. That way, when I get the new budget year and the new budget money, I'll be able to move forward quickly and not just start the process then. So I'm doing the best I can with this management thing regarding that. It's, again, private vehicles, different fire apparatus. I've explained to the membership, listen, you could be driving 30 miles an hour through the village, and it's 30, but you turn your lights and travel queue on, that adds 10 to 15 miles an hour whether you are or not. You know, so it's been a pretty ugly conversation, but I'm trying to manage it and work on it the best I can. A positive thing, I received a phone call from a resident on Tappan Street that happened to be starting his pellet stove. And one of our firefighters was driving by and saw a ton of smoke coming out from the stack. So the firefighter stopped at the house, knocked on the door and asked them if they were okay. Long story short, the guy had some wet pellets in it, pellets. Well, he took it upon himself to stop and check it out and whatever, and then he moved on with his day. The resident called the chief's line and said, hey, I don't know who this guy was, but he stopped and hooked us up, and we really appreciate it. And he ended up sending, his wife made a big basket of cookies and brought it down to the firehouse. So it was really cool to have that. And I found out which firefighter it was. It happened to be Safety Officer Dunlop, who was driving by. So I didn't know that until Thursday night. So that was kind of a cool, we don't get them very often. Coincidental that Thursday during the day, got a call from one of the local officers to go check out Mrs. Dagger's property on Genesee Street. Investigated what looked like a little burn hole, went through, and I sent a guy over there and took care of everything. Well, there's another happy customer because she sent a donation to the fire company for $100 just to say thanks. So that's 2 kudos in one day, so I was happy about that. So just thought you guys should know that. I have some RTPs. One of them I'd like to spend money tonight, but the others you can soak this up and then come back next week. Can I give these to you guys? this is gonna take 5 minutes. You didn't say 5 minutes per subject, so,
I do.
so we done 2 rope calls, believe it or not, in the last 4 months, 2 rope calls. We did one just the other day that required going down a ravine and working with the patient and got her up 20, 30 feet up in the ravine. Long story short, they had to use some rope, and I carry, don't quote me on the number, but most of my apparatus has rope. Long story short, I come back and a bunch of what they used was all frayed, so I had instructed the line officers to take a look at what we had. They had reached out to Wayne on some replacement stuff, and I told Wayne to stop, don't do anything. Because quite frankly, I did some research. Most of our rope is 2001 to 2002 vintage. Yeah, unfortunately, I sent you guys an email just before the meeting, basically saying, listen, I've got to do some replacement. It's per NFPA 1983 that says anything over 10 years doesn't need to necessarily be discarded, but it can't be used for life safety. So what I need to do, one quick purchase to replace what I just 100% got our hands on, and I can't even put it in place for utility, but I'm going to come to you guys with a plan of replacement for everything I got over the next few months, because I'm going to scale back. We don't need to have, 200 or 300 feet on each fire engine. I just got to figure out what we need and why we need it and prioritize. But I would like you to consider buying me at least one system for what we replaced. I sent the data via email. This is the RTP if you needed to look at it. This was just kind of got dropped in my lap that I needed to do that. The rest of this stuff, you take that and the normal process. So my fire the fire department's evaluated thermal imaging cameras. We looked at MSA, Flurry, and Seek. After thorough evaluation, they picked out, they liked the Seek camera out of all 3 of them, which shocks the heck out of me. It's the least expensive and it's on state bid. Where I'm not sure what we do or not do is we were purchasing these off of that money from the state. I know you have not received the money, but I'm not sure where to go from here other than this is the recommendation, this is the state bid pricing. We got 20,000 from the state coming. I can get 6 total cameras for $22,577. So basically it gets us a new camera on every first responding piece of apparatus. That's brand new with batteries and chargers. So it's a phenomenal price. I would have to, if this goes through, I would have to take $2,500 out of my budget to get all 6 pieces. This is that. Again, I don't know where to go from there, but at least you have that. And I have a request for a Rhino tab, a computer, and some lighting. With that being said, I don't think you can act on this yet because I know I was looking at the P&L sheet and it says we have money in the portable radio budget, but with that being said, I haven't paid for the chargers for the portables yet, right?
Right, and then there's also the radio that you got for your chief's vehicle.
Yeah, that I plan on taking out of the chief's budget, but I want to put this in the system. Let's just not buy these yet, put it in the system, and then bring this up at the workshop.
Okay, question.
Sir?
You say you've got state money coming. I thought that was for the boat.
There's $80,000 for the boat, $20,000 for the camera.
Okay.
Cameras.
We've been awarded the 20,000?
Well, Becky, help me out with that, because I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know how to explain it either.
So we
Supposedly,
got-
we've been awarded it, but that was like a year and a half ago, and we still haven't seen the money, so I don't know.
We got updated paperwork. You guys did the resolution recently. You've done everything. So I don't know if you have to buy them, write a check, and then we get reimbursed or not. I just need to get this in your system, that you have it, and then I could find out what do we go from here. I don't know.
We should check with Meg Hurley's office to make sure it didn't dry up.
I think usually with grant money, we have to spend the money before they'll reimburse us. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it seems like,
Neither am I. I know we passed a resolution of where we're taking the money out of. You've done that. Everything that we're supposed to do, we've done. I just don't know how to, I don't know what's next. We've evaluated, we've got state bid pricing. We don't need multiple bids because we're doing the state bid. It is less money than everything anyways. I'm not sure. Just let me know. I guess I could talk to Magnarelli and I'll talk to Belzak and see what's next. But
is he the one that did?
yeah, he's the one that's done all the legwork and it's all done.
For some reason, at Lakeside, I think when we got the boat, we had to show the state that it was paid for. But that was because, I think it was like half and half. The state gave us a grant for half, and we had to show, you had to show the resource, you had the resources to purchase it first.
I think that's what we had to do. We had to even show where it was coming from.
Right.
And we've done that.
Okay.
That's all I have under that. Are you gonna discuss the turnout gear under a different column?
Sorry, I'm just trying to find the line for.
Tony, you still have money in your budget for roads?
Yeah, well, it shows, I looked today, I still have 33,000 in there, but I gotta figure out, and I don't know, I should have done a better job at knowing what I've ordered. I gotta get with somebody to see what I still have outstanding. I know I'm owed radio stuff, that's gonna come out of somewhere. I ordered a radio recently, I was planning on taking that out of the 33,000. I definitely have money for the rope bag, there's no question. But what I'm trying to do is, I wanted to get ahead. For an example, I want to, if at the end of the year there's money left over, I want to buy 5 more SCBA bottles, which helps us, you know what I mean? But I don't want to cut myself short either between now and then. Like I'm looking at an EMS budget today, that there's still a bunch of money in there, and I wonder if I can get ahead out of next year's project without doing something not supposed to do.
Didn't we budget money for roads for next year?
I don't remember.
Yes, there was a huge, not huge, but there was a big.
It was for
Chunk of-
bailout bags.
Bailout bags, yes, that's different.
No, there was ropes too in
Yeah, I
the,
thought there was.
in the wants and needs
Okay.
sheet that you sent
Off
us.
the top of my head, I don't know, but definitely the bailout bags were in there because they're well over 10 years old too.
Well, if you've used these twice in the last 2 months and we're outdated, I think we should definitely get it.
20 years outdated for the
Get
record.
this one anyways. I'll make a motion that we purchase the one for $606.30.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
That was a rope.
Let's just, for note purposes, rope replacement off of truck 1. Or no, I lied, that was engine 11, I apologize, engine 11. Randy, can I have that back, please, so we can order that? This RGB.
I'm gonna hold on to these other RTPs.
What's that?
I'm gonna hold on to these other RTPs.
Absolutely, yep, I would prefer that you did.
Anything else?
No, that's it. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
Nominations and resignations. Resignations, none from either fire company. New members in Baldwinsville, Brian Wood, Thomas Hunston, and Nico Krebs, all pending background check and physicals. Lysander, no new members, and status change in Baldwinsville, Alex Rosique has moved from a junior to a ram. Old business. There you go, Tony. Resolution to purchase. I have these all together. The PPE. To go out to bid for, and then we have a resolution to dispose of the car and snowmobile trailer. So bear with me. Notice of public bidding for sale of 10 sets of new turnout gear to the Northwest Fire District. Notice the Northwest Fire District in Onondaga County, New York is soliciting bids for 10 sets of turnout gear meeting certain specifications. All bids must be submitted in writing, sealed with the word sealed bid turnout gear on the envelope to the following address: Northwest Fire District, P.O. Box 540, Baldwinsville, New York 13027. Bid due dates are November 27th, 2023 at 5 p.m. Bid opening is November 28th at 7 p.m. Bid open location is 7911 Creo Road in Baldwinsville. No decision needs to be made at the time or date of the opening. The bid packet may be obtained by request to the district contact person, Wayne Wazalewski. Don't you have the bids specified?
Yes.
I don't know who put Wayne Wazalewski in there, or Brad did, so.
All right, well, you might need to change that to you.
I didn't know if it was supposed to be that way. I don't know what you got going on with the specs.
No, because you got the specs, so you just need to change that to you.
That's fine. I just didn't know if it was supposed to be Wayne, that's why I left it there.
If any person contemplating submitting a bid for the proposed contract is in doubt as to the true meaning or specifications or other issues, he may submit to the Northwest Fire District a written request for interpretation or correction thereof. Requests to be given consideration may be received at least 7 days prior to the bid date. The person submitting the request will be responsible for its prompt delivery. Any interpretation of the proposed document will be made by addendum only, duly issued, and a copy will be mailed or delivered to each person receiving a set of documents no later than 48 hours prior to bid date. Northwest Fire District will not be responsible for any other explanation or interpretation of the proposed document. All bids must be submitted with an affirmed non-collusive bidding certification or will not be considered for award. All bids must be submitted with an affirmed sexual harassment policy and training certification or will not be considered for award. Resolution of the Commissioners of the Northwest Fire District on purchase of 10 sets of gear. Whereas the fire district, requires a purchase, sorry guys, 10 sets of turnout gear meeting certain specifications. Whereas because the amount of the units exceed 20,000, law requires a solicitation of bids in accordance with section 103 of the General Municipal Law. Now therefore be it resolved that the Commissioner shall cause notice for sealed bids to be published in a newspaper or newspapers designated for such purpose. Such advertisement shall contain a statement of the time and when the place will be where all bids received pursuant to such notice will be publicly opened and read, and it is further resolved, the Board of Commissioners or its designee shall open the bids and shall make a record of such bids and shall present the bids at the same or regular or special meeting of the District Commissioners. At least 5 days shall elapse between the first publication of such advertisement and the date so specified for opening and reading of the bids. Bids shall be due November 27, 2023 by 5 p.m. and November 28th at 7 p.m. Bids must be mailed. The resolution was approved by a majority of the Fire Commissioners on the 14th day of November 2023.
Becky?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Ted?
Yes.
Randy?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
What else did you need to know? about the bids? What was your,
I can't hear you.
what else were you gonna ask about the bids?
No, the turnout, you already, that's,
Oh, that was it?
that's it.
Is this supposed to go in the paper or no? The newspaper?
The front is supposed, the notice of
notice.
bids.
The notice goes in.
Yes, you're just gonna have to change
Yeah.
that from Wayne's email to your
Yeah.
email. Alright, resolution to dispose of surplus. Resolution to dispose of surplus, resolution 23-28. Whereas pursuant to section 176-23 of town law, the Northwest Fire District located in the towns of Lysander and Van Buren, Onondaga County, state of New York, does hereby declare that it has 2 pieces of apparatus that is no longer necessary for the use and purpose of the Northwest Fire District. The district does hereby declare the following equipment, apparatus, or personal equipment is no longer necessary for the use and purpose of the Northwest Fire District, and the estimated value is less than $20,000. 2018 Ford Inceptor bin with the last 6 of 12835, and a 2010 Diamond trailer with the last of the bin at 013453. The question of adoption of this resolution was duly put to a vote on roll call, and which resulted as follows.
Becky?
Yes.
Randy?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Ted?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Changing up the order there.
I do it how, that's how Brad
See if
figured
we're
it
paying
out.
attention.
Are you putting the snowmobile trailer up on the auction site as well? Okay.
Unless you don't want me to.
No, I was just asking.
I've had several people that ask me about it.
Why, who wants it?
No, John knows he asked me about it.
Okay.
Somebody else asked me about it.
New business. We have the opening of the, what are we opening?
Truck maintenance.
Truck maintenance, thank you.
Yeah, that's what I told them. They want to take it back on the phone. So we don't have the same problem we had the last time.
Alright, so I have something from JPB that is declining to bid on the maintenance contract. We have a proposal from Premier Fire Apparatus. Was it easy enough to- Proposal from drones. And a proposal from Harab. Since there's not really a total, it's more of a per piece
Yeah, there's not.
and hourly rates of labor and roads, so we're gonna have to go through.
Do we put it on the workshop?
Prayer each one. Well, was there a date that we were gonna notify them by? Okay, there isn't any specific date, so yeah, we can review at the workshop. station usage, and I'll start with the one that's actually not on the agenda. It was brought to my attention right before the meeting that the department election night for line officers is December 14th, and typically after the elections, they will do a bonfire, and we have in the past allowed them to, with reason, have alcohol. Does any board member have any problem if we allow that again this year? I'm going to take that as that you're okay to do that.
Right.
And then Thursday, November 23rd, a family Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
And
they're having their Thanksgiving at Lysander.
And then Saturday, December 9th, party.
Don't get over it.
That's something different.
Didn't know.
That is different.
We finished.
Somebody have
Yeah.
Any comments from the public?
I do.
Got a big family.
Well, I overheard Tony say we had $80,000 towards the boat that we're purchasing. The permissive referendum, I missed the amount on that last meeting. How much was that we had the permissive referendum for, to move money for the boat?
80,000.
It's 80.
So what was the grant from Magnarelli for? How much was that for? Is that not
80.
toward the boat? So 80 and 80, a split, okay. Are we getting rid of a boat? We missed some meetings, so I'm just trying to catch up.
So we got rid of the, what we call Watercraft 1.
Was that the one with the bed and
Yes,
motor
like
over and over and over again?
2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah, and we're getting rid of the second.
So, yeah, no, it's not the one you're thinking of.
It's not the one I'm
No,
thinking of.
no, it
That went
was,
away and then came back like 2 years later. That's
No.
a different one.
yes.
No, that one's in service.
That's the inflatable, that's the one that's out there.
We are,
That one at this point is still chugging along.
It took that long to finish.
No, the one that we took out of service 2 years ago was WR1. It was, what was it, 20?
Was that the one that
Don
wasn't
Clark
balanced
bought it.
properly or something?
No, it was,
Different
well,
one again.
we bought from Burton like 10 years ago or so.
So this one is new from, do we order yet?
No.
So this is just getting the funds ready for it, and do we have specifications for it?
with the committees built it.
They
and-
have worked towards a boat, yes, but we haven't approved anything yet, they haven't.
So we're still in that process?
Yes.
So we have $160,000 to buy a new boat? Is that enough? Okay. I don't know, because they get more and more expensive over time.
Yeah, well, as of the research of this year, it's enough.
Yeah, I get it. I was just curious, because I heard Tony say 80, and then I'm like, what was the referendum?
Take 2 years to get it in.
So
Yeah,
it's like a
I'm
50-50 split. Now, here's the question that Tony asked, do we have to spend before we get reimbursed? Might be a good idea.
Probably.
now.
Which is fine, because we do have the money if we need to.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's coming out of one of the, coming out of the equipment fund, so.
right.
There's money there that we can take out and put back.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
I don't have anything.
All right. Next meeting is the workshop on Tuesday, November 28th, and then our next monthly meeting will be Tuesday, December 12th, which is also the commissioner vote date as well.
Yes, we'll have to set up outside.
All right. Meeting adjourned at 7:44.
Good job.